What's up, guys? It's John Dominique, the Soul Proponent. Today I want to talk about debating and why we're debating in particular. I'm a frequent visitor on debate forums, and we often get to the point where we're asking ourselves, well, what's the most important thing here? Trying to win a debate or truth? And I get very specific with the people that I'm debating, and I'm saying, well, the truth sets us free. And if that's the case, at some point we will have to let go of this unconscious desire to win a debate, to be right, to stand our ground, to hold a fixed position. And that's all normal in debate. But on an unconscious level, if I don't point it out to these people who are debating with me that the truth sets us free, then, I don't know, something else tends to become more important. And that something else is winning a debate, arguing the conviction that there isn't a God, conviction in unbelief. I run into a lot of atheists, and a lot of them are attached to being an atheist, which is normal. That's a normal thing. But again, I point out to them, why are we debating here? If it's more important for you to stay an atheist, to interpret the evidence that there is no God, to interpret, to use the resources to manipulate the situation to fit a narrative that there isn't a God, to fit a story, if that becomes more important than the truth, then we have issues, because the truth trumps all. Truth sets us free. So on these debate forums, we need to ask ourselves, why are we debating? And this is an area of exploration that few consider, because they're too worried about something else. Something else is more important. So the path to the soul is internal. It's going inside us, questioning our own identity. And that's the tip of the iceberg, scraping the surface when I say, well, why are we debating? Because it's going on the inside of us and trying to answer the question about ourselves. And it's a slight shift in the orientation, which direction we're facing, in our attitude. And it points us inward, inside, because the journey is internal. It's not about winning a debate. It's not about holding on to an idea of the way we think things are. The truth sets us free. And if we're holding on to anything, that's not the freedom. So, yeah, I always end up telling people, well, the truth. If the truth sets us free, why are we so fixated? Why are we so attached? And no one can really answer, because they don't know. Haven't really done enough work or developed the self-awareness to know their reasons. I'll tell you what. One person did respond at one point, and this is where I uncovered what's really going on. So one individual did respond as, say, well, why are we debating? And it's like, well, to discover the truth. And it's like, well, is this your idea of the truth? Is this a preconceived notion of the way you think truth should be? Or is it the truth itself? The truth itself is an experiential, direct, first-hand knowledge. It's not about a preconceived notion in our head about what the truth is. It's not a story about the truth. It's not a narrative about the truth. It's not describing. It's not depicting the truth outside of ourselves. The truth is ultimately oneness. It's an experience. So, when I did have the one person who told me why he was debating, it fell through, because I explained to him that, the truth is not an object outside of us. And the path to the truth is inwards. It sets us free. It doesn't make us more attached to the need to hang on to the belief that there is no God, or this idea, really can't call it a belief or an unbelief, I guess is one way to say it. It doesn't make us attached to unbelief. And then we get off into questions of identity. This marks an area of exploration that few are aware of. So I feel almost not obligated, but I feel like it's my place to point out that there's more to explore, and the path is inside us. It's not about debating, trying to figure out what the truth is. And that's good. That's one tool to help us get to the truth. But ultimately, at some point, we'll have to put that aside. We'd have to suspend the desire to concretize our fixed positions on the identity and what we think and our ideas about reality. We have to put that on a shelf temporarily. And then again, I try to tell them it doesn't mean that it's going to be forever. We have to put the tools of logic down. We have to know when to let go of reason. We can't be attached. If we're attached to it, we're not trying to get to truth. The truth sets us free. So at some point, we have to let go of the intellect, of the mind, of the tools, of the rationality. So that's just kind of an interesting twist when we talk about truth and just trying to figure out why we're debating, why we're trying to get to the truth. John Dominique, the Soul Proponent.